Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Plot Pilled Podcast. This is episode 15, I believe. I am Dallan. This is Jordan, and she's taking a drink right now of coffee. So
yeah, my throat's a little sore.
Yeah, her throat's a little on edge today. But today's gonna be kind of just a short one. It's gonna be a little bit different than most of our ones, where we go step by step, or we have multiple things to talk about. In this one, we only have really two things to talk about, because it was kind of a crazy couple of weeks because of my birthday and everything like that. And with the winter kind of coming in, I always get really tired around this time of year, so...
Yeah, fair.
It happens. But if you have seen the title of this video already, we're talking about Zootopia 2 and Stranger Things Season 5, which is only the first 4 episodes out right now. We're going to be talking about both of those because we saw them recently. And oddly, they are kind of similar in terms of what we want to talk about today. So, in that one does something incredibly right and one does something very wrong. So I guess we'll start out with Zootopia 2. I went to go see this on my birthday. And I liked it the first night that I saw it. I was like, that was really good. Mm-hmm. But then, as I've been sitting here and mulling it around in my brain a bit more, I'm like, there's a lot of problems with this movie. Not even just the problems that Jordan had with it. There's a lot of world-building problems in this movie in terms of... And, thematic problems. There's a lot of thematic problems, too. There are a lot of thematic problems. Because of how reptiles are seen throughout the movie. Now, we're going to be kind of talking about it, assuming that you've already watched it. If you haven't watched it, I kind of recommend it. It's, what's there is good. What's good is really good. I'll say that about this movie. What works really works in this movie. For example, I think that the villains really work in this movie. They're one of the first, the big twist villain is one of the first Disney villains to actually make me go, ooh, you're interesting. Mm-hmm. I like you. You're actually a threat for once. And so, and you have a personality.
That's, yeah. That was the biggest shocker.
Yeah, I know, right? You have an actual personality, and you're not just like every other twist villain, because you're actually kind of scary. So the villain in this movie definitely works. Hell, I would even say the villain's plan works. They almost get away with it. Mm-hmm. And it's actually pretty smart. But honestly, the villain is the best thing about this movie. I think
the mayor was hilarious.
The mayor is great, mostly because of Patrick Warburton. I feel like Patrick Warburton can read the Bible and make it funny. It's just he's just that kind of guy.
That's true, but he was really funny.
yeah, no, he was really funny. The writing for him was pretty good. The horse mayor.
The freaking is justice dead? I say nay.
No, that was another thing that really worked with this movie was the humor. It had some pretty good humorous moments in it.
It did, but they did, pardon the phrase, beat one horse over, one dead horse. They kept beating a dead horse.
Oh, yeah.
It was the constant, just Nick is constantly
the punching bag of everything.
Bag
yeah.
Of the whole movie, and it never stopped.
Yeah.
And it was alright, how many times are we going to do this gag? He falls in the water, he gets stuff spilled on him, he runs into something, he gets hit by something.
He gets the biggest worm in the bowl.
Right, even though he grabbed a tiny... it got so old.
Yeah.
I was alright, I am over this. It was funny the first couple times, and now I'm done.
Yeah. I mean, though I do appreciate that Nick was kind of the one that saved the day in the end, but...
He was, but my other problem, and we I guess we can get into these, but I just had a problem with Judy the whole freaking time.
Judy was very annoying in this movie.
She was unlikable.
I loved Judy in the first movie.
No, I loved Judy in the first movie. She's awesome. In this one, she was freaking annoying.
Yeah.
I just wanted to drop kick that dumb bunny into a lava pit because she just drove me up a wall. She was not a likable character.
No.
She was a self-centered, I don't listen to anybody, I'm not going to check in with my partner, you know, which is like Boot Cop 101.
Yeah.
Also, it's really funny that they pair the rookies together. That would never happen.
No.
But, you know, it's a Disney movie, so whatever. It's fine. But, she was just, I told Dallan, I told you, I leaned over to you during the movie, and I hope no kids heard this, but I was like, Nick has every right to be pissed. She's being a bitch.
Yeah, no, it was when they were hanging off the cliff.
Mm-hmm. And she never apologizes. And she never learns anything.
Yeah.
She just does this, like, info dumpy confession thing at the end, and I'm like, well, that doesn't fix how you've been treating him this whole time.
No.
And I got mad at him for just letting it go. It's like, dude, she's been steamrolling you the whole movie.
Well, it sucked because they had the perfect opportunity for a really interesting conflict there between the two of them. But the thing is that it should have been Nick is in the right.
Yes, because he was.
And Judy has to apologize.
Yes.
That's how it should have played. Instead of both of them having to apologize. Not really. Nick didn't really do anything wrong.
He never he backed her up every single time.
Yeah.
His worst transgression, which wasn't even a transgression, was suggesting they take the Godfather dudes, I can't remember his name.
Yeah, I can't remember. The Godfather.
Yeah, his offer of different identities.
Yeah.
And a truck out of the city. I was like, that was the worst thing that he ever did, and it wasn't even that bad of a thing. Like, most normal people would do that.
Yeah.
and like, take that offer.
Like, you can see, like, oh yeah, he has, like, an aversion.
Nipping me.
He has an aversion to reptiles, but they never did anything with that. Mm-hmm. Like, I feel like it would have been better if, like, maybe he had a story about a reptile that caused him to feel that way about reptiles. Mm-hmm. Or, you know, whatever. Instead, it's just like, oh, I think reptiles are icky. And I'm like, oh, that's not interesting. Like, come on! Yeah. Like, I feel like that would have been more interesting. And, you know, I think it's really messed up of Judy, considering the fact that she knows Nick's freaking backstory, to be treating him in that way. And, like, I don't know. It felt like the conflict from the first movie of the two of them, but that was done well. Mm-hmm.
No, that was done really
well.
But
it feels like in this one, they just ramped that same conflict up to, like, 11.
Except that Judy was the crazy, reckless one who almost got them killed on numerous occasions.
Yeah. And legitimately almost got herself, an innocent who was Gary, killed. Almost got him killed. Yeah. Almost got freaking... also almost got... Was it Nutters? Nutters? Is that her name?
The beaver?
Yeah.
So.
Nutters almost got her killed.
No, Nibbles.
Oh, Nibbles. Yeah, Nibbles killed as well.
Yeah, because she just has this, like, annoying, tunnel vision, insane need to be right, and there's just this reckless abandon, running after everything, and being a psycho, and she gets them in trouble in the beginning, too, because she just won't freaking listen to Nick.
Yeah.
She never listens to him. She never takes his opinion into consideration. She never does anything. She never apologizes. Yeah. And it's just, gosh, they freaking... I hated Judy.
Yeah.
The more I think about it, I was like, the more... the angrier I got about
yeah, it was definitely like sequel. I feel like she got definite sequel-titis.
She got massive sequel-titis.
Like,
yeah, it sucks because they ruined her because she was a good character.
Yeah, it was
in the first one.
And if you guys don't know what that means, at least to me, what sequel-titis means is trying to develop a character so far beyond what they developed in the first movie that they become unrecognizable. Yeah, like that's what I consider sequel-titis. It's like changing a character because you're wanting to develop them even more, but you develop them so far removed from where they ended in the first installment that it's like, what are you doing? Right. This happened in Stranger Things too, and I was annoyed with it then, like when it happened in season 2 and season 3, with the characters.
Mm-hmm.
And finally, we'll get into it, but finally season 5 seems to have brought them back.
It does.
But
yeah, it feels like Stranger Things again, which is nice.
Yeah.
But another thing that annoyed me about Zootopia was just sloppy writing in general.
Mm-hmm.
They set stuff up that never came about.
Yeah.
Like the beginning, like the first third of the movie makes you think that they're going to do a flip on the first one. So in the first one, they're in Judy's world.
Mm-hmm.
She's the cop, she's the investigator. You know, Nick is kind of pulled along into that world even though he doesn't really want to be. And in this one, it seems like they're going to do a flip because they have to run from the cops because they get framed.
Yep.
And so you think, oh, okay, this is going to be a Nick-centric story. He's going to get a little bit more of the arc this time and just the focus.
Yeah.
Especially during the party scene, it seemed like he was going to be a much stronger, like, driver of the plot. Because in the first one, Judy drives the plot. She makes all the decisions.
Yeah.
It's her motivation that pushes the whole story forward.
Yeah.
In this one, I thought it would be, you know, flipping it so that they're more in the underworld. Nick is the one that has to kind of take, you know, charge, and they have to sort of navigate that new dynamic of their relationship and how they work together.
Yeah.
And then just Judy's always right, or Judy always does what she wants. Judy always gets what she wants, and Nick, once again, always, without fail, is the movie's punching bag.
Yeah.
He's the one that, like, you know, he's like, oh, I've got this, you know, this is my world now, and then he either F's it up through no fault of his own, or just stupid slapstick crap happens to him. And so it was sloppy writing. It wasn't, you know, it's like I said, especially in terms of, we've talked about this before, you have to understand when you're writing a story what you're setting up for your audience and what promises, if you want to go. This is one thing that Brandon Sanderson actually does cover very well, and many of his podcasts...
Expectations and promises.
Yep, and many of his... his course that he teaches at... I think he teaches at BYU in Provo.
Yeah.
Those are free online. You can go watch those on YouTube. Don't take everything he says as gospel.
But he does bring up really good advice.
Well, and that's one of them, which is... Know the promises you're making, because whatever promises you're making in the beginning of the story, you have to fulfill them or people are going to be disappointed.
Yeah.
Now, granted, this is for, you know, the target audience was maybe mostly kids and stuff.
Yeah, like our niece's age.
Right, but that doesn't mean that you just feed them garbage stories.
No. Because, I mean, like, even if you go back to, you know, even if you go back to the original Zootopia, the first Zootopia, there was plenty of promises and, like, resolutions
it was strong.
that were made.
It was a strong story.
Like I've always said, I think Zootopia's 1 is the last really good, solid Disney movie that they've come out with.
I would agree with that.
Like, I think that's the last one. That was the last bastion. Like, the last hurrah. I felt like Disney got... Because I felt like it was almost... the writers of Zootopia 1 were kind of let go. It almost felt like the leash was let go, for lack of a better term, to, like, do what you want with this. Like, that is your project. Granted, in my opinion, they should have done the original script. I think the original script was even better, because it would have actually been a risk for Disney to take, but, of course, Disney being Disney, they couldn't take that risk. Because the original Zootopia, if you've seen the deleted scenes, was supposed to be way darker than what we got. But, like, yeah, like, it's still, Zootopia 1, for what it is really good. And yeah, in this one, there's a big problem, thematically, in terms of promises and expectations, in terms of the reptiles. Because you're expecting they kind of shoehorn this in where it's like, reptiles aren't so different from us, but then every scene with reptiles in them shows how absolutely different they are from mammals. Their tails fall off, they eat disgusting things, they walk on water, they have these weird tendencies, they're all really odd and, like, not quite fitting into society. And so, like, it kind of, like, ruins that whole perspective of they're not so different from us, but then the movie doesn't do anything with that.
No.
Instead of being like, oh, well, you know, their differences are their strengths, or, you know, some nonsense like that. They could have done something like that, where it's like, they do it once, and that's the whole thing with Gary being able to read the heat on the metal, but that's it.
Because he's a heat-seeking
pit viper, yeah.
Which I wasn't sure how that works. I was like, that just means he can see heat. Like, it doesn't mean he can just see through stuff.
I guess he could see the heat on the metal, but I don't know how you necessarily get a message into the metal that can only be seen through
Right,
heat.
I was like, but if you stick a book and fire... They totally ripped off Lord of the Rings, by the way.
Yes, yeah.
If you stick a book in fire, to my knowledge...
It burns!
I mean, that's one problem. But the other problem, too, is, like, I'm not sure that quickly sticking it in a fire and pulling it back out is going to heat the metal enough beyond the point of whatever other non-flammable material the book is made out of that would allow me to see it, but whatever. That's a nitpicky thing.
Now, I will say, one thing that I will give the props of the writers for is keeping consistent with the temperatures that reptiles can and cannot be in. I will say, they did a really good job with that. I was waiting for them to slip up at some point, but every time there was cold, like, Gary immediately, like, coiled in on himself.
That's your most basic world building, though. You should not be praising them for that.
I mean, yeah, but it's Disney. I think some props are necessary, just considering the fact that they've stooped the bar so low in terms of their writing that I'm like, you know what? You know, every once in a while...
you did the
bare minimum. Nice job. You know, I was impressed because it came from a Disney movie and they kept consistency. And so I was like, oh, okay, well, there's that at least.
Right. If any writer from Disney ever hears this, don't take that as a compliment. That's a really bad thing.
No.
He should not be praising you for maintaining...
But yet I am.
The bare, like, the subflooring of your world building.
Yeah. No, I shouldn't be. But, like, that's just, you know, how it is. And, like, another big thing that I had, which, like, I thought that it was gonna be way more. Like, the whole thing of, like, Gary's grandmother actually built the walls or whatever, designed the walls.
She designed them, yeah.
And, like, Linksley stole it from her. I'm like, when I was disappointed, even in the theater, I was disappointed with that twist. Because I'm like, you could have done something way more interesting with that. Because, like, we've seen that plot point so many times from Disney, too. Literally, that's the fucking plot of Big Hero 6. Like, that's literally the plot of Big Hero 6. That's the villain's entire thing in Big Hero 6.
Yep.
Except, in that one, the villain of that one was the person that it got stolen from. But, like, that is the whole thing with Big Hero 6, is that, like, yeah, that it was stolen technology or whatever. But, like... I was disappointed in that because I'm like, God damn it, you took the easy route. You could have done something way more interesting where, like, shit, yeah, a snake did legitimately kill my maid. And, like, that caused a whole domino effect. Because then you could have been, like, you could have had some nuance and been like, yeah, both sides are kind of shitty. I don't know. You could have done something way more with it. Because how, like, you did that with the fucking Predator thing and won. Like, you did a great job with the Predator-Prey thing and won. It was so much better. Yeah. And so, like, I kind of wish there was that same nuance here with the whole reptile and mammal conflict.
Yeah. Well, and talking about themes, too, like, we were talking in pre-show about, how one of the things that Zootopia did not do well was retconning.
Yes. Yeah.
Because it kind of, for me, when I realized that reptiles were not welcome in Zootopia, it totally undid the first movie where it's like, everyone's welcome. This is where everyone can come live and we all live together and...
Only if you're a mammal, though.
Right, but apparently only if you're a mammal. But, like,
But the only reason for that is because of one murder?
Right.
I feel like...
One, and everyone flipped their shit?
Yeah. One single murder? Really? Because,
so,
in real life, we've... I'm just saying.
Well, just...
It's taken a lot more.
Right. Well, and no other species has ever killed another species? That's what you're going to try to sell me now is... There's never been a murder in Zootopia by anybody else, but this one snake gets accused of killing this one turtle, which is hilarious because it's an amphibian.
Yeah.
So reptile versus amphibian, so it's not even like the snake went after a mammal. But, and then you see turtles down in the freaking reptile area. They're hiding down there with the reptiles. It's like, wait, what? Why would the turtles not have a problem with the reptiles? You think the turtles would have...
Well, turtles are reptiles, but
Are they reptiles or amphibians?
No, they're not amphibians.
For some reason I thought they were...
Tortoises are amphibious. Turtles, which are the land ones, are reptiles.
On reptile violence, too, and the mammals all just flip their shit.
I don't get... Yeah, that didn't make sense. It would have made sense if, they killed my mongoose maid. Right. Then you have oh shit, yeah, that's bad, right? And then you can go on because it'd be if
But even then, one all it took was one murder, and you're just gonna ostracize an entire subgroup of
and this is creatures. Why the again, to go back to the first one, the conflict was so believable there because it was predators going against prey, and it made the prey frightened that predators could go savage at any moment. And that was the whole idea of that. But if a predator hurt another predator, they'd be like, well, what the hell happened there? Why? There would be questions, and I feel like in this one, when a reptile killed another reptile, there was no questions. No one was like, well, how did that happen?
Right.
It was just, nope, get rid of all of them.
Yep. All reptiles are murderous and insane, apparently.
Except for the reptile that was murdered.
Right.
Wait, what? Yeah, but what about the reptile that was murdered? That was a victim. I don't know. It doesn't work. And also, again, another thing we were talking about was... this movie also makes Bellwether's plan in the first movie make even less sense. It didn't even make much sense in the first one. That was one of the biggest problems with the first one, is that her twist being the villain is stupid. But, it makes even less sense with the inclusion of this movie, because the Lynxleys, the most powerful family in Zootopia, are predators. Mm-hmm. Meaning that if anyone she should have been targeting, it should have been them. Yes. And also, I would like to point out, where are the fucking bodyguards for these elites?
Right.
Why is it only those four and, no other, servicemen, working under them?
Right. The freaking Vole guy or whatever he is. The
Godfather has polar bears. Yeah. He's like, they're dangerous. They're deadly. Really? Because, they don't have an army like you do.
Right? I'm pretty sure your polar bears can go rip them apart and take them out if you really wanted them to.
The most pull they have is within the police force, and even that falls flat because none of the police are shown as actually being corrupt or taking money on the side.
No, they're just getting tricked.
Yeah, and so I feel like this is a problem of Disney in general. Because... they're trying to make this, very adult story with very adult themes work.
Which there are, because it's the whole thing is trying to get a patent. What friggin' 8-year-old knows what the hell a patent is or why it matters?
Yeah. The whole thing is about, it has murder in it, it's got corruption in police force, it has, the rich elite... basically framing others for murder. Mm-hmm. There's a whole bunch of very, and don't get me wrong, here's the thing, you can do that in terms of a kids movie. It's perfectly possible, but you have to write it intelligently. Mm-hmm. Otherwise it makes no sense, because and the veil is lifted in terms of you have to keep it family friendly, and therefore a lot of it does not end up making sense.
Yeah.
Now, to go back to what I was saying about the villain being the main, like, one of the best parts of this movie, Pabert.
Yeah.
Pabert is one of the best parts of this movie. In terms of actually, like, I don't know, I feel like whoever wrote his character, or did the writing for his character, grew a fucking spine, like, a little bit, and were like, yeah, I'm gonna make an abuse victim, and I'm gonna make it where the abuse does not excuse their fucking behavior.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's a very nuanced approach to do that with. And like, again, if you could give me more of that, please.
Mm-hmm.
More of that type of writing. Because he was by far, bar none, the best part of this movie. To me. I think he was the best part of this movie.
I think Nick was the best part, but he was my favorite from the first one, too.
Yeah.
And he single-handedly basically saved everything.
Yes, yeah. And that whole scene with Pabert turning is the best scene in the entire movie.
It is, where he, like, stabs Judy, and then she's on the floor, and...
Yeah, and he has that whole monologue to her, and then he goes out, and he gets nibbles, and then, like, just the cinematography, the lighting, everything about it, and, like, when Nick goes out on the platform, and he suddenly, like, the snow lynx just suddenly appears behind this veil of snow. It's so well done. Like, the animators, I will give them props.
Yeah, no, the animators get props.
The animators did an amazing job with the composition and everything. They worked their ass off on this movie, and it shows. But that whole scene and, like, the confrontation between him and Nick on that platform is one of the best parts of the entire movie.
It is. It would have hit harder if the writing had been stronger.
Yes.
And I felt like that sequence was earned.
Yeah.
Instead, it was just like, where the hell has this been the whole movie?
Yeah, exactly. Like, why wasn't the whole movie like this?
Yeah. What the hell?
Yeah, and it's just, I feel like if Disney was fucking there to take more risks and stop fucking putting the no sign on everything and let the writers do what they wanted to do, like they should have with the first movie, I feel like it would have been better. And it's just...
And that's assuming, were the writers the same?
I think so. I think the head writer was the same for 1 and 2. I believe. I can look it up.
Yeah, maybe double check, because to me it felt like different writers, but...
Let me see.
Be wrong.
Zootopia 1 writers. Let's see.
And the only reason I'm asking is because...
So...
Oh, go ahead.
Jared Bush and Phil Johnston wrote Zootopia 1.
Okay.
And who wrote Zootopia 2?
Zootopia 21.
We might be getting there. Jared Bush, so one of the writers.
Okay.
So without Phil Johnston, maybe Phil Johnston was what made the first movie so good.
Well, it was probably the combination of them.
Yeah.
Right? Like, normally, if you have something that works really well with 2 writers, it's because you have 2 writers. You have a sounding board.
Mm-hmm.
Because by yourself... You have to have an incredibly high level of self-reflection and an ability to look at the stuff that you're putting out and be like, nope, that doesn't make sense. We have to fix that. And a lot of writers just don't quite have that.
It was ability. The same...
That's why writing groups and getting feedback is so important.
It was the same director, too, Byron Howard, who did both 1 and 2.
Okay.
But without Rich Moore.
Rich Moore and Phil Johnston. So one co-director and a co-writer.
So, like, you had half the team working
That's probably
on this,
why.
which might have been why this was so messy. I feel like if you brought back Phil Johnston and Rich Moore, I don't know why they didn't bring them back, but I feel like maybe that would have improved things.
It probably would have. Like I said, it helps as a writer. No matter how good you are, even at catching your own stuff, it helps to have feedback.
Yes.
Outside.
Yeah, and bounce ideas off each other, too.
Yeah, and because it just lets you make it tighter. So, like, writing groups, the trick with writing groups, though, is finding people who are actually good at giving feedback.
Good at writing.
Well, and good at giving feedback.
Yeah.
Like, giving feedback is a freaking art.
Oh, it is.
It is not easy. Take it from someone who sat through multiple creative writing courses in college, and I never got a usable piece of feedback.
Yeah.
Ever. All I got was people's opinions. I really like this. I don't give a fuck what you liked. Did it work or did it not?
Yeah.
Like, that's all I need to know from you.
Yeah, no, I think...
I don't give a shit what your taste is.
Yeah, but I do think that Nick and Paubert kind of stole the show. In terms of just... Even in terms of, like, voice direction. Mm-hmm. Some of the voice direction in this sounded a little phoned in. Idris Elba did not sound like he wanted to be there.
No, he didn't.
At all.
He didn't.
He sounded like he wanted to be back in Sonic.
Yes, he did. He's like, oh god, I guess I'll do this for the paycheck.
Yeah. I mean, that's probably why BOGO was put out of the movie, like, for 90% of it.
Yeah.
The guy who did Gary, I can't remember his name, he did pretty good. But I think the voice direction for both Paubert and Nick were they were the shining stars. Yeah. In my opinion. The woman who did Nibbles did really well too.
She did do well. She was another funny part.
She was another really good and welcome addition, actually.
Yeah, I actually enjoyed Nibbles. I didn't think I would.
I was very worried about her. I was like, God, this is going to be such an annoying character. But
same.
She actually turned out pretty funny.
She did.
And yeah, I mean, yeah, like, I feel like... And to kind of expound upon Paubert for a moment, I loved him. Loved him through the whole Shining reference scene, which was very funny. I was not expecting a Shining reference in this movie, of all things.
It was really random.
It was out of place, and like the kids would not understand that reference whatsoever. But it was really funny for the adults. Kind of funny. It made me laugh. I think I was one of the only one. I think Jordan and I were the only ones that actually laughed at it because we recognized it.
Yeah. I'm like, oh my gosh.
And then I loved him when he was like choking him out in the snow. Mm-hmm. And then they immediately ruined his character by having him come in and Molotov the freaking thing and act like a lunatic. And I'm like,
like, what are you doing?
Why did you have to throw that in there? You should have just left him in the snow, and that was the end of his character.
Yeah.
Why did you have to have it be where Nibbles had to come, or was it Nibbles? Or was it who came and knocked him over the head with a frying pan?
It was the Warthog cops.
Oh yeah. Which that was such a random character arc as well.
It was random.
I don't know why we focused on these Warthog cops. It would have been more interesting if you took the time to show that they were corrupt, and then maybe freaking the Linksley father did something fucked up in front of them, and then they were like, I'm done with this kind of life.
The Zebros were kind of funny.
The Zebros were kind of funny, and their weird beef with Gazelle was really funny too. Like the weird beef there was kind of funny.
Well, they just bumped into her and it pissed her off.
Zebras.
Yeah. She's like,
apparently she's racist against zebras.
Yeah, because it just took one little nudge to like piss her off. Yeah. My last critique of this movie too is just that it's guilty of one of the, again, writing 101 sins that you should never ever ever commit, which is info dumping. It did it significantly twice.
Yes.
Like massive info dumps. I'm sorry, like, Judy, you're this cop, you're like this hotshot all-star cop, and all a Snake has to do is talk at you for 2 minutes, and you're like, oh, I buy his story.
Yeah, no.
What?
Yeah.
He had literally no proof.
Mm-hmm, yeah.
Absolutely none. He broken in and, like...
and, like, snatched a Baron, like, it was like, what are you doing?
Yes.
Like, all he needed to do was take the book and run. Why did he have to coil himself around Linksley?
Right.
There was no need for that.
Well, like, I was full on, I'm not even gonna lie, I was almost expecting him to keep talking like that and be like, you fell for it.
That would have been interesting.
You're stupid, and then he takes off.
Stupid mammal.
Yeah, you dumb rabbit. And, like, he gets all, like, Rattlesnake Jake vicious.
Yeah, that would have been cool.
That would have been cool.
Or he was, like, working with Linksley. Like, he was working with Paubert, and, like, it was those two, like, trying to... And then they could be, like, foils for Nick and Judy. Like, that would have been cool, too.
That would have been cool. Yeah, like, if they were trying to dethrone Paubert's family instead of restore his own family thing, which, again, you get all of this information in, like, a 2 to 3 minute monologue while Judy's in there trying to arrest him.
Yeah,
and it's like, okay, this is my family's only chance to come home. Please, rabbit.
Yeah, no, I didn't like that. No, I didn't like how that was immediately... And again, I think it was just a Disney being Disney thing. Where it was, we need to explain this to the kids to show that he's one of the good guys. Instead of, treating the kids with some modicum of intelligence and, making them think for themselves.
Which some of them do have.
Yeah. And, you did that with Zootopia 1. Why did you not... do it with this one, but...
Yeah, and then, the Judy-Nick reunion at the end, I freaking hated that.
Yeah, and, I don't know, this is kind of outside of the movie, but, if they're trying to push for, a Nick and Judy relationship, which they did a really good job setting that up in Zootopia 1, and they absolutely crushed it, decimated it, fucked it over in this one. Yes. Any hope for that ship to sail just... got grounded into the dust. But it's funny watching people complain about, Judy and Nick being, why didn't they get together at the end of Zootopia 1, 2? And it's bro, relationships take time. Can you calm down as well?
Were you paying any attention to the fact that Judy treated him like
shit the whole movie?
The whole movie? And he was getting more and more upset, and she just kept ignoring it and ignoring it, and when he suggested...
And then blamed him?
Yes, and then when he suggested she apologize, she just goes, agree to disagree. I'm gonna flip you in the face with my ears.
Yeah.
Okay, bitch.
Yeah.
F off.
Yeah.
Oh, God. All right.
But anyway, yeah, that's Zootopia 2. I liked it for a moment, and then... there's still some gold nuggets in there. Deep down, Pauber is one of the best villains that Disney has written in a while. Mm-hmm. But God, it's surrounded by a lot of crap.
Just a lot of problems.
Yeah, a lot of problems.
A lot of bad writing choices.
Yeah. So, I don't regret seeing it. I'll say that.
Yeah, I definitely had moments where I was just like, oh Lord, are we almost done with this movie? I had the opposite experience. I mean, it was fine, but it was... Yeah. It was... it's not something that I necessarily want to pay to go see again in theaters. No. Or that I...
I'll go take our niece because she slept through a big part of it. So, she was sick. So she has the excuse.
Well, we didn't know that.
At the time.
That's why we took her.
Yeah. We thought she was feeling much better.
She was basically incubating a virus.
Yes. Mid-movie.
As we were watching the movie.
Yeah.
Poor thing.
So, I'll probably take her again.
Yeah.
That's probably the only reason why I would spend money to go see it again.
Would go again if I don't have to pay for tickets.
Yeah,
because I just want to sit in the dark theater and eat popcorn.
Fair. But yeah, that's Zootopia 2. And now we're going to transition over to the other new thing that we watched over the weekend, which is the first 4 episodes of Stranger Things 5, which I feel has repaired a lot of the damage that was done since season 2.
It redeemed itself quite a bit.
Yeah.
A lot.
A lot.
And we have bitched about Stranger Things, so if anyone has listened to all of our any of our previous episodes, you've probably gotten the gist that we're not huge fans of.
Well, I'm a huge fan of the first season.
Yes, huge fan of the first season. I love the first season. Everything after that's kind of messy and just gets worse as it goes.
Yeah.
Season 5, so far, so good.
Season 4 gets a little bit better, but then there's half of it is really good.
Yeah.
Half of it's so solid, and the other half is absolute dog shit.
Yes, so the other half is, what the frick are we doing?
Anything having to do with California is awful in that 4th season. But
the cat is kicking me off this chair. He just keeps stretching out and taking up more space, and I had 90% of this chair when we started here, Cat.
But yeah, no, season 5 has really surprised me. With not only giving Mike and Will a characters.
Thank God.
Characters. You love them. You love them when they actually get to shine in what they're good at. Yes. Which is, Mike has always been, I don't care what fucking season 4 always tries to say, which is, he's the heart, he's not. He's the leader.
Yes.
Thank you, season 5, for realizing that. he's the leader.
Yes.
He's the strategist. He's the one that comes up with the plan. He's the Fred of the Scooby-Doo gang. Yes. That is who he is. Like, stop treating him like he's something else.
Yes.
So finally, we got that. And finally, Will is doing things. And, like, I like that they actually explained that, like, oh, yeah, well, maybe they kind of retcon it where it's like, well, the reason why Will wasn't doing anything was because he felt helpless, and that his mom constantly, like, told him, no, you can't do this, you can't do that. It was a helicopter
Which
pilot.
is at least a believable retcon.
Yes, that's completely believable.
And it's actually, it does have supporting evidence in it. Which is that Joyce is extremely protective. Mm-hmm. Because she sends Jonathan to go pick him up. Like, Will no longer gets to ride his bike home alone.
Yeah.
And he, obviously he would be traumatized. He was 12 or 11 or something like that when he was first taken. Of course he would be probably frozen with fear.
Yeah.
Most of the time. So, unlike Zootopia, that retcon was well done.
And they're actually doing some things with Jonathan that I think are horrible. But they're at least things that, like, are, and not horrible as in, like, a writing, like, it's bad writing. Mm-hmm. Horrible as in, God, why are you doing that? But it's believable for your character, but stop it. Like, stop.
Right. Like, it does not make you root for him.
Yeah, no, it does not make you root for him, but it's, again, believable in terms of his character and how he's always been since season 1.
Yeah.
Like, this feels like season 1 Jonathan again, which I'm happy about. But, like, at the same time, like, God, you realize, like, retroactively, God, season 1 Jonathan was kind of a pain in the ass, wasn't he?
A little bit, sometimes.
I mean, yeah, he was kind of a creeper. Like, he's kind of how he was. And he doesn't quite understand people still, which works, because that's how his character was.
And he has an inferiority complex when it comes to Steve.
Steve, yeah. And it makes sense. Like, that makes sense.
Right.
And then I love Steve. He's grown. Like, you really do get to see Steve, like, fully grown and matured in this season, which is so nice.
I love Steve.
He's had the best arc. He's had the best arc. And
his character development has been spot on in every season.
Yes.
He's one of the best parts of every single season. Mm-hmm. Like, Steve, for some reason, they never missed with his character.
No, never. And, like, you get to see him being, like, really mature about his feelings towards Nancy, but also realizing, like, I'm not trying to, get in a romantic relationship with her. Like, he's kind of, how I see Steve right now, he's like, that ship has sailed, right? I'm still attracted to her, but I'm not gonna go for anything, because I respect that her and Jonathan are still kind of a thing, and, like, I love that. Because that's such a different character from what he was in season 1.
Right. Well, and
it shows his development and his growth.
I think his point, too, when he calls out Jonathan on that crap is that, like, even if it is what I want, like, even if I would like to get back together with her, all of this crap that I'm doing wouldn't work if you guys were solid.
Yeah.
And the reason you're not solid has nothing to
do with me. Yeah.
That's between you and her, and it's like, you have to fix that. That's not,
That is one of the best rants. It's one of the best crash outs.
Yes.
In this season is
he's right.
Yeah, is like, Steve having enough of Jonathan's, like, constant fucking needling.
Yes.
And, like, passive aggressiveness.
Yes, it's very passive aggressive. Jonathan is.
Yeah, and so Steve is like, you know what? Fuck you. Right. Maybe I'm just worried about my friend's little sister going missing, and maybe I'm just trying to comfort her in her, like, in this hard time that she's going through, instead of making it all about me like you are doing right now.
Right.
Which Jonathan is. He's making it all about him. He's not making it about Nancy or Steve, or he's making it all about him.
Right. Well, and that's what he says, is like, maybe if you were paying less attention to what I'm doing and more attention to your girlfriend, like, you wouldn't be in this situation.
Yeah.
Like, his whole point is none of this would be getting under your skin or has a chance in hell of working at all if you two are solid.
Yeah.
So, that was... Yeah, I love how Steve is almost always the bullshitter, like, or the bullshit call-outer.
Yes. Yeah,
whatever, I don't know what the technical term for that is, but...
Yeah. No, like, and that's, like, a thing with all of these characters. Like, Dustin is another really good one that I want to touch on, because his development is completely believable. Mm-hmm. I completely believe after losing Eddie that Dustin would become a closed-off asshole after having, like, a traumatic event like that happen in front of him.
Yeah, he's grieving. He still hasn't worked through his grief process.
Yeah.
Like, he's
so
angry.
He's angry at the world. He's angry at, he's angry how people still treat Eddie even posthumously. Yeah, posthumurously.
Not humor,
humorously.
Oh my gosh, I can never see it. I know how it's spelled. Posthumous. No.
Posthumously?
Posthumously? Maybe it's
posthumously, I think.
I don't know.
Post-death. From in the grave.
I can spell it for you.
Yeah, like he still gets angry at how people viewed Eddie, and it makes sense. Like, people are still fucking thinking that he's some devil worshiper that deserved to die. And,
right.
Yeah, like, that's gonna fuck with your head and go like, yeah, fuck you.
Yeah, and they go and they desecrate Eddie's
grave. Yeah.
Yeah, and Dustin's just, he's having this,
But it's, I like it because it's different for Dustin.
Right, I was gonna say, I miss normal Dustin, because he's always been one of my favorites. But, like, it's, it's probably past time for him to have a more negative character arc.
Yeah, kind of like with Luca's head and...
Yeah, or just like a rougher character arc. Like, normally, he's the really solid one. He's the one who stays on point and stays focused.
He's the marshmallow as well. Like, he's always been the soft character. Like, he's always been like the one, like the teddy bear, right? He's the comfort character. And so it was kind of past time for him to, kind of get to that point. Mm-hmm. I actually liken Dustin to Xander from Buffy.
Oh, yeah.
He's kind of similar in a lot of regards, where Xander was kind of like for the first few seasons, he was kind of the comfort character. Mm-hmm. He was like the nice guy that you really liked. And then as the seasons go on, you see that start to peel as he goes through more and more shit. Mm-hmm. And by the end, I'm gonna be honest, I fucking hate Xander in the later seasons. He's an asshole. Constantly. Especially towards Spike, who does nothing towards him. Who
more than... Well, I'm a Spike fan, so...
Yeah.
But in my opinion...
Who is more made up.
Yes, more than made up for all the crap he caused.
Yes,
He helped so much.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But yeah, we'll have to do a Buffy...
We will, we'll have to do a Buffy.
Buffy retcon.
We should.
That would be a good one to or not retcon. What's it called? Retrospective?
Retrospective? Yeah, that would be a good one to retcon. Don't retcon it. Though Buffy has plenty of retcons, but
there are plenty of retcons, but
Dustin is very much like Xander to me in terms of that. And I like that. I like that they're taking that in that direction. Just because and also it lets the actor play around with the character more.
It does. I hope we do get Dustin back by the end of the show. Like, I hope he's back.
I do like, though, that you still see glimpses of the old Dustin still there.
Oh, you do. But he's definitely snappier, more impatient, meaner.
Yep. Meaner, and, it's good, though. It's fine, because the characters call him out on it. Mm-hmm.
Especially Steve.
Yeah. Steve calls him out on it all the time, and Murray definitely calls him out on it.
He does. That's funny.
When he crashes out at Dustin, and it kind of puts Dustin a little bit in his place.
Do you like Murray better in this season?
Oh my god, Murray has fixed so much in this season. He's gotten so much better. I hated him in season 4. Mm-hmm. Season 4 Murray is the worst Murray. Season 3 Murray is pretty good. Mm-hmm. Season 2 Murray's he's back to being season 2 Murray, which is where I like him.
Yeah.
Which is not super in your face. He is a side character. He's not a main.
Right.
He comes in when he's needed, and that's it. That's all you need him for.
Yeah.
In season 4, there was too much Murray. You oversaturated the market of Murray, and you needed to bring him back. You need to pull him back. Because when you put that sort of humor constantly, it makes it less funny.
Yeah.
So you need to have it more sparingly, and I think they did a really good job in season 5, making him more sparse.
I think that's an important writing note, too, is understanding that while side characters may be beloved, some of them are meant to stay side characters. Like, you should not try to bring them into the main flow, with everybody else.
Yes.
There are characters that are made to, like, dip in and out of the story, and should not be there consistently.
Yes.
And just because an audience might love a character doesn't mean they necessarily need more of them. I'm trying to think of another example, but I can't right now.
The one that's coming to mind is I have to think about it.
Right, yeah.
I have to think about it. There is one out there that I can, like...
Oh, there are several.
Like, yes, you. Yeah. But, like, I can't come off one with the tongue, like, off the cuff. But, like, no, and that's, I think, just an all-around thing with this new season, is that it finally feels like they are finally getting to the point where they're able to write as many characters as they have.
Yes.
Cohesively and consistently. And, like, for example, and, like, they're working with their dynamics in such a fun way. Because, like, one of the things that I really like about this season is that Lucas is taking kind of a backseat because he had such a strong presence in season 4. They're letting his character kind of go, you got your focus. Now you can kind of fade back a little bit. You're still really important, but you can kind of fade back a little bit. And he still has his thing with Max. So, like, that's still an important thing to him, but it's not it doesn't overshadow other people.
Right.
Which was a huge problem with a lot of the mid-seasons of Stranger Things. Season 3 and season 4, to be specific. There was way too much overshadowing. Characters that should have gotten way more focus that didn't. And they also fixed Hopper, in my opinion. Though he's still an asshole.
It's just his character, though.
It is just his character, yeah.
He's a lovable asshole, though.
Yeah.
I like Hopper.
His mentality drives me up the fucking wall, though, of, I'm not gonna lose Elle, so I'm gonna make her lose me.
Right.
What? That doesn't compute, dude. But like, it's a realistic thing.
It is. People don't always make sense.
No. But like, it is one of those things that I'm like, I want to just slap around Hopper sometimes.
Like, dude, it already messed her up losing you once. Can you not do
that again?
To her again?
Yeah.
I think she's gonna let him have it later.
Yeah, I think so.
We don't get to see the aftermath of that yet, but I think she's gonna
I think so.
She's gonna let him have it later. Absolutely not.
Yeah, and the character dynamics are really good. Like, one of the first scenes that I was like, oh, thank you, God. Thank you, God, for this writing. Thank you, Duffer Brothers, for learning how to write. Mike was when he was talking to Holly after she gets called to the principal's office for talking to Mr. What's-It. And, like, he goes on the whole thing of Holly the Brave, or Holly the Heroic. Yeah. Holly the Heroic. I love that scene. And I'm like, thank you for showing sibling dynamics, finally. And also, sibling dynamics between Mike and Nancy, too, when their parents get hurt.
Yes,
later on.
Because you hardly ever saw them as siblings together. Yeah. Like, it was always
the Wheeler siblings never got anything.
No. So it is really nice that they at least got something.
Yeah, because it was always Jonathan and Will got the focus. Their sibling dynamic always got the focus, and you never got Mike. And like, you got even Lucas and Erica before you got Mike and Nancy.
Right.
And like, Lucas and Erica are still really funny because they're still at that age where it's like little sister and older brother, and it's like there's still like their antagonism between the two of them. Yes. But like, it's really good, and it's still really well written and believable.
Yeah.
And like, Erica's another character very much like Murray, where she's a great side character. You do not need her all the time.
No, and I love Erica, but I agree.
I love Erica.
If she's there too much, it's exactly that. It's just, it
becomes
too much. She's not your main character, and she shouldn't move into a position of being one.
Yes.
Like, pick your main characters in the beginning, and you freaking stick with them. And if they're boring, guess whose fault that is?
Yeah.
That's yours as the writer.
Yeah.
It's up to you to fix it.
Come here, you orange and black pain in the ass. Come here.
Little calico. our little calico is sitting outside our door, crying and bawling. But then we let her in, and she doesn't want to stay in. No, look, she's gonna leave. She's gonna run out the second you try to close that. Well,
you're gonna stay. But let's talk about my favorite dynamic in this entire season, which is Robin and Will.
Yeah.
They are my favorite newfound friendship ever.
Yes.
These two work. First of all, the actors Noah Schnapp and Maya Hawke work so well off each other.
They do.
They work incredibly well
they
off each other.
Great chemistry.
Like
friends.
Yeah, as friends, especially like almost an older sister, younger brother dynamic between the two of them, and it works so well.
Yes.
And like it's funny because in season 4 I'm like, well, yeah, Will's gay, so how is he gonna deal with that? And my mind didn't even go to Robin at all. Like I was like, how is he gonna deal with that? And then when that scene in the hospital happens, I'm like, oh. There's his freaking buddy. There's his buddy that he can talk to about his feelings and his problems and stuff like that.
Yep.
And like he can confide in. There's his confidant.
Yep.
Finally, like Will has one because he can never really talk to Jonathan about it because I don't think.
No, Jonathan's not going to get it.
Yeah, Jonathan's not going to understand. Yeah.
Robin's going to understand.
Yeah, and so like it works really well. And again, actually, if you want to write gay characters, go take a note from Stranger Things, please.
I agree. It's not their whole freaking identity.
Yes, yeah.
It's just part of who they are.
Yep, it's just part of who they are, and, like, they have their issues with it, and, like, they go through the same, like, troubles that everyone else goes through.
Yep. And they do go through some of their own, because it's the 80s.
Yes, it is the 80s.
So it's a little sketchy.
Yeah.
Especially in Indiana, I imagine.
Yeah.
It's maybe not the best place to be gay.
I always forget Hawkins is set in Indiana.
It's in Indiana. Which is a gorgeous state, and I would love to go there.
Yes.
And I've heard it's a really nice place to live. But in the 80s, probably
the
friendliest place.
Yeah, no.
For Robin and...
Especially a small town.
Yeah.
What is the... Oh, it comes from a really shitty movie, which is the live-action Beauty and the Beast, but it's the small town, small-minded people.
Oh, yeah.
That is a good line, but...
It's got good lines.
Yeah, no, that movie does have good lines.
It does.
It's just, the music sucks. But mostly because Emma Watson can't sing, but...
No, she cannot.
But no, like, and yeah... Robin and Will just they just mesh so well together. Mm-hmm. And every time they're on screen together, I'm like, oh. I just go to like a moment of comfort because I know I'm gonna get like really heartfelt acting from these two really talented actors. Noah Schnapp also, can I just say, just fucking kills it in this season. Like, absolutely kills it. His acting was a little. I mean, actually. Throughout this whole series, his acting has been phenomenal. Even when he has shit material to work with, like in season 4, his acting has always been on top.
It has been, yeah. He's been good since he was a kid.
Yeah, like,
they were all pretty decent.
Yeah.
But they've all grown into, like,
their
acting. Yeah, their skills very, very well.
And yeah, like, in terms of just, like, doing what we were talking about with Zootopia, having bad retcons... in my opinion, season 5 does retcons incredibly well. In terms of, like, Will when he was stuck in the Upside Down, what that means, why the Demogorgon even took him in the first place. Mm-hmm. You start to kind of realize that, and it makes more sense. Now, granted, at the very beginning of the season, Jordan actually pointed out a little bit of a plot hole.
If I'm correct about the timeline, which I swear I am, because I'm pretty sure... Yeah, no, this is the only thing that I... And I think I caught it the last time, too. And I was like, well, that doesn't make any sense. Because the timeline now doesn't match up with 11 shoving 1 into the Upside Down and then escaping the lab. And then immediately after that, or at the same time, Will gets taken by the Demogorgon. So it's like... How did 1 get that established that quickly and come up with some kind of plot? Like, in like 2 minutes.
Yeah.
Unless, and you mentioned unless time moves slower, but it can't. Because if it did, then
the radio communications wouldn't work the way they do.
Or no, time would have to move faster there, sorry.
Yeah.
Well, the radio wouldn't work, and Will would have come out like 10 years older.
Yeah, yeah.
He wouldn't have come out a kid anymore. He would have been 10 years older. Like, he would have been like Jumanji.
Yeah.
Basically.
The only thing I can think of is maybe, because, like, one didn't create the Upside Down. He discovered it, right?
Well, 11 pushed him into it.
Yeah, and so,
happened.
like, he corrupted it, right? Though, because it used to look all pretty and...
Yeah, it was all green and natural.
And stuff.
The Demogorgons were minding their own business.
Mm-hmm. And then he, like, corrupted it and, like, created the Mind Flayer to, like, rule over it, like, as the hive mind.
Right.
For the Demogorgons to feed off of. And so he can control it. The only thinking I can think of is, like, maybe, because this was talked about in this season, the wormhole, right? Wormholes sometimes take you back in time. So I'm wondering when 11 shot him through, if he actually went back in time.
That would be the only thing that would make sense, is if he, so the timelines of the Upside Down and the Right Side Up match up, but he got shoved back through time at the same time. That's the only thing
that can make sense and can cover for it.
Yeah.
Which, they've already set that up with the wormhole thing.
They have.
So, it could be a possibility that that's the case.
It could be, yeah. They haven't established that yet, but it could be possible.
Yeah, because, I mean, they wouldn't have written that wormhole scene for no reason.
Right, at least they have an out for their gaping plot.
Yes, yeah.
That makes sense. Like, okay.
Also, it's really funny to me,
wormhole physics.
Side note, that Erica's favorite class is, like, apparently space, or, like, science.
Yeah, probably just science.
Science, yeah. It's just, you wouldn't expect it from her, like, but it's cool.
Yeah.
That her favorite class is science. Taking after her brother.
Yep.
A little bit. But, like, yeah, no, like, it's really nice to see them retcon things and it fit. Because, like, spoilers. Again, if you haven't watched any of the things that we talk about, please go watch them. But, like, 8. I was not expecting them to bring back 8. At all.
What's funny is when 11 realized that 1 was probably in that room, my brain for a second thought, I wonder if it's the other one. It's the other girl. But then I was like, that was such a shitty part of the show.
And it was such an embarrassment to the show.
I was kind of hoping they weren't going to bring her back, but maybe they'll be able to redeem that it too.
Yeah. And give that episode purpose.
Yes, give that episode a point, because up until now it's had no point whatsoever.
Yeah. And, like, I mean, that's a smart move, because that actress is very talented. Yeah. And, like, she can do a lot of really good stuff, as long as you make her character interesting. And, like, she was the best part of that episode. Like, 8 is the best part of that episode. It's all of her flunkies that freaking suck. But, like, she's the best part of that episode.
Well, and just the storyline, too.
And
like,
her relationship with Elle in that episode is the best part.
Yeah.
Where they're like sister, you know. Like, I love that part.
Right. But, yeah, literally the only reason I discounted that possibility. I was like, but that part sucked.
But, like, yeah, no, and, but, like, I'm interested to see where that goes. Now that they have her.
Yep.
And I was talking, well, real quick, we'll also talk about the other thing, which is the reason why the Demogorgons are taking the kids. Why Will even got taken in the first place. Now, this does bring up a good question. Why doesn't Vecna just kill Will? Right there?
Right, yeah, I wasn't sure on that. He just walked...
Unless he just wanted to see him, like, he wanted him to witness his friends die so he could suffer?
Yeah, or he's just cocky. I mean, it could have been that.
It could have been that. I mean, which has been proven that Henry is very cocky.
Yes, he's an arrogant asshole.
Yeah.
And not in a good, fun way. I love me a good, arrogant, cocky character.
Yeah.
But he's just cocky in a...
You do like to hate him, though.
I do love Vecna as a
villain.
/Henry as a villain.
Yeah. There's too many names. Oh, that's another character. Derek is a great addition.
He was a surprise delight.
Delightful Derek.
Delightful Derek.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Derek is hilarious.
Because at first you're just kind of wanting someone to knock his teeth in.
Like, oh, this fat ass kid. You know, you're like...
And you're like, oh my gosh, he is hilarious.
Smells like ass in here. Must be my farts. like, he's just that stereotypical, like, 80s bully kid, and I love it. It's so funny. He's like a Stephen King character. It's hilarious. He's such a caricature of himself.
Yeah. Until he gets sent until he sees the Demogorgon and then he gets sent into the military base. That's when I start enjoying him, and that's when I think he gets really funny.
Yeah. And when he's in the base, it's comedy gold.
Yes.
And the whole part, God, this when that one girl looks in the room and the little black kid is going to like with his eyes all big. The funniest thing, and especially since this is the 80s, the thoughts that must be going through some people's head, some of the kids' heads, because certain families might talk about certain people in a certain way, and so when Lucas's head pops up from the toilet, you're like, come on, Duffer Brothers, you know what you're doing with the racial jokes, come on, you know, I can't be the only one who freaking sees it,
right? It was funny though.
But it was very funny. And they did it twice. Come on.
Yeah.
They did do it. Kind of Indian in the cupboard sort of, deal. It's a very funny joke. Little risky.
Right, a little off color.
Yeah, a little off color.
Pun intended.
Kind of intended. But it's funny. It's a good.
It's a hilarious joke.
It's a good. It's funny. A good visual gag.
Yes.
But anyway, when they're taking the kids, and he makes. I'm guessing it's because he wants to make him suffer. But the great thing that happens is Will finally gets his powers, which again, we talked about this and you're like, it's good though that they built up so much to it.
Because it's really satisfying.
Yeah, it's really satisfying when you get there.
I wish the build-up had been a little more intentional. I think this was more of a happy accident where it's like, oh, look.
This fits.
Right, we could make this work. I think if it had been intentional and you knew the whole time or most of the time, God, this is coming, when is it coming? And you're just sitting there and it's that delayed gratification that makes it so nice. But still, even though I'm pretty sure it was a happy accident and it was not planned.
Yeah.
It's still extremely satisfying when he finally unlocks those powers, and he just has no problem doing it. He's like, has no hesitation, no struggle or anything. Just crushes the Demogorgons.
And I love the fact that he's still part of the hive mind because he can because of his connection, and so it makes everything that's happened in season 2 and 3 especially makes sense in terms of Will's character.
Worth it.
Yeah, it makes it worth it.
Yeah.
And it makes it where now when you rewatch it, you're gonna be like, I know what that is, which is a good retcon. That is a good retcon. In my opinion, that's how you should do retcons.
Yeah.
It should be where if you go back and rewatch it, it doesn't make it be like, well, why didn't they just do this? Right. Instead, it makes it where it's like, that has deeper meaning now.
Yeah.
Because of the later seasons. So very different thing between that and Zootopia.
Yes.
One other thing I want to talk about with Stranger Things 5 is the Duffer Brothers really outdoing themselves in terms of the action. Holy shit. This is some of the best live action scenes I've seen in a while.
Yeah.
In terms of shot composition, choreography, movement of the camera, stakes and tension.
Yeah.
All of it just is, set pieces, the set pieces are so good.
Yeah.
When they're fighting in the lab and then they go inside the freaking, the section with the tentacle monster. Cinematic gold. That's so good.
It is really good.
I'm a huge fan of fight scenes, if you can't tell. If there's a really good fight scene...
Well done one, so am I.
And,
I love them.
For example, one of my favorite fight scenes in all of Harry Potter is them versus the Death Eaters in the freaking, Library of Prophecies.
Oh, the prophecy place?
Yeah. That scene is so good because of, the set piece. The set piece is half of the appeal of that entire scene. So, it really works with this one, and seeing the Demogorgons take out a bunch of, military guys and how gory and gritty it gets for that scene.
One dude's head that just goes splat.
Yeah, gets stepped on by the Demogorgon.
Yeah.
And then the other guy that's like trying to get up, and Vecna just goes right through his face.
Yeah.
I'm like, that's like 80s slasher, and I love it. It's like it's a great callback to like 80s slasher films.
Well, it is nice because they've kind of returned to their horror roots.
Yeah.
Which is what Stranger Things started out as, which is horror/monster flick.
Yeah.
And they've come back to that now, which I think is perfect. They've also... Cats!
It's your cat starting it. He's the one beating up on Puddin'.
Sir, come on. Go out. Come on. Hello. You brat. I love him. He is my dear heart cat, but he is a cat, which means he's a brat and a jerk sometimes.
Yeah. But no, I think the tension, they've really gotten the tension back. That was sorely, because I mean, they kind of went too 80s action filmy with the last 2 seasons. Mm-hmm. There was not enough horror. This one brings it back, I feel like, finally. Yeah. And then, the last thing that we should talk about, I think, is Max.
Yeah.
That whole twist, I was not expecting it.
I thought they had to bring her back at some point. I was like, they have to bring her in at some point.
Yeah.
I was afraid she was going to lie in a bed, though.
Sadie Sink is too good of an actress to just have her lie in bed.
Well, and the character's too good. I love Max.
Yeah.
And you kind of did her dirty at the end of the last season. So it's like, you better make it
Repair
up now.
it.
Yeah.
Another actor shout out that I want to do is the girl who plays Holly, who does an amazing job. She's 15 years old, but she does so good.
Yeah.
With that role, which is funny that they're making a 15-year-old play a 10-year-old.
And they have real 10-year-olds in the first season.
And it does kind of mess with things a little bit because she doesn't talk like any 10-year-old would talk. Mm-hmm. Which kind of takes me out of it. But at the same time, one of my favorite parts about it is that if you really listen to how she talks just like Mike. Literally just like him.
She does.
When she's trying to describe what Wrinkle of Time is to Max, and Max says oh, I've never read it, and the way that Holly says, you really should, it's amazing, before she explains, is literally just almost note for note like Finn Wolfhard saying it as Max. It's insane. Yeah. She does an amazing job at it. And yeah, I've really enjoyed this latest season.
So far?
It's been really good. I think it's not what a lot of people expected it to be.
No, it's exceeded my expectations.
Yeah.
A lot.
Yeah. It's exceeded them a lot, and it's honestly made me excited for the rest of it.
Yes,
which I was not expecting.
Because I haven't been excited for Stranger Things for years.
Yeah.
But this one, I am excited to see the end.
Yep, I am pleasantly shocked by it.
Yep.
So yeah, I'm excited. But yeah, I think what would you say from taking these 2 things? We'll just kind of wrap it up right here. Mm-hmm. What would you say? From taking these 2 things, how would you write a good retcon? What would your advice be?
I mean, if you're gonna... Retcons are so tricky, because, I think the number 1 rule for retcons is it has to be in the realm of not only believability for your story, but plausibility.
Yeah.
Could this have been how things were? I think in Zootopia, it's a problem because of, again, the themes of everyone. I mean, I know it's prey and predator, but it is never once specified that it's just mammals, I don't think.
No, yeah.
I'm pretty sure it's not.
No.
I'm trying to think of the first one, if you ever see
I don't know, I think they say, they specifically say mammals whenever they're talking about people. Right? I think
say mammals?
I think they do say mammals. They never say animals.
Okay,
they always say mammals on the first one.
I feel like that's still a problem because you just kind of assume that
everyone is a mammal.
It means it means everybody.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden it doesn't, and it messes with the themes of the first one.
Because, yeah, where's that, like, does that mean there's avians, too? Like a bird colony somewhere?
Right, yeah. And it opens too many questions now of, like, well, okay, so we're all, like, the ocean creatures.
Also, fuck the fish, I guess, because they just get eaten.
Right, yeah, I guess the fish are not intelligent.
They have full-on slaughterhouses of fish in Zootopia, so...
I guess the fish are not sentient.
Yeah. I mean, I guess that fixes the predator problem a little bit, but...
I guess.
Of what do they eat?
But yeah, I think your retcon has to be believable and plausible. Like we were talking about with the Stranger Things one, where they kind of sort of retcon it a little bit so that Will is getting powers and stuff. But it's like, if you go back and you watch it, it's not a full retcon. The pieces were actually there. Mm-hmm. They just had to put them together and actually use it. Yeah. And it's totally within the realm of believability and possibility. I mean, freaking Elle came from the drug experiments that the government was,
MK Ultra.
The legend, was that they ran those in the 50s or the 60s or whatever.
Yeah.
So it's like, if that's where her
After
powers...
World War II.
Right, if that's where her powers came from, it's totally feasible that Henry could find a way, even if accidentally, you're not totally sure if it's intentionally yet on his part.
Yeah.
But find a way to transfer his powers to someone else.
Yeah.
Like, it would make... Especially... I just said especially. Slap me if I ever do that again. It's partly because my throat's getting tired and other parts of my mouth are trying to compensate, but slap me if you ever hear me say that again. Especially, now I forgot what I was going to say. Especially because when you see Will and it's like he's got like the thing over his mouth.
Yeah.
You assume that there's like maybe a little bit of DNA swappage going on somewhere.
Well, and then you see you see the mind flayer get like going into his eye and stuff.
Right. Yeah.
In the second season,
Vecna has
invaded
his body. Not to like make. It's not a sexual thing.
It's kind of.
It could be.
It's kind of an allegory for it, but yeah.
It is an allegory, and it always has been in horror.
Vecna's almost like the Stranger Danger allegory. Like, that's kind of... Like, even with the Mr. What's It, like, you don't talk...
Right,
to strange adults that you don't know.
Right. Yeah. But, like, he's invaded his body, Will's body, more than once. So it makes sense that something would have, kind of sloughed off at some point.
Yeah.
So, that would be mine. What's yours?
One thing that you need to keep in mind, and this is another thing that makes retcons a little tricky, nobody plans for them. You should never be going into a story planning for a retcon. No. Retcons sort of just happen.
That's called plotting.
Yeah, that's called plotting. Yeah. You should never go in and be like, oh, well, I'm planning on retconning this. So.
By definition, you can't.
Yeah, you can't. You don't plan for them.
Yeah, you either plot or you're planning a really bad story.
Usually they happen because you want to write a specific story, or you want the story to go in a certain direction, like mid-writing it, because you're like, oh, like, sometimes like all the pieces kind of fit together as you're writing. I think this mostly happens with people who write by the seat of their pants, as opposed to plotters.
Or like Stranger Things, where you're releasing serialized fiction.
Yes.
And it's coming out and it's already out into the world and you're like, oh crap, I want to do this thing though.
Or it got big and oh crap, I have to plan for something now.
Right.
Yeah. Like, so you never plan for it. So it's all about, in my opinion, how you handle the retcon. And that it doesn't destroy... Here's what I should say. Retcons should never destroy. They should add on.
Yes.
They should always expand the world from a certain thing that has been changed, instead of nulling that thing that has been changed.
I agree.
Because, again, this is what I'm talking about when I say Bellwether's plan is even more stupid in terms of Zootopia 2's plot, because why she didn't go for the Linksleys to go for major, conspiracy is ridiculous.
Yeah.
That should have been target number 1 instead of the mayor of Zootopia.
Right.
That should have been, number 1 target. But because Zootopia 2 comes out and says, oh no, the Linksleys are now the most powerful mammals in Zootopia, but they're also predators, they're lynxes. it makes her plan in Zootopia 1 even dumber, and it nulls it. Mm-hmm. It shouldn't do that. It should expand upon that. Which means that you have to go back to the drawing board and you have to be like, okay, you have to start asking questions as a writer. Well, why didn't she? Right? You have to start asking questions about, well, why this? Why that? How does this work now that this new thing has been introduced? It always changes the whole, spin of the story. And you just gotta be, open to that change, I think. And willing to work through it. You can't be lazy and be like, I don't want to explain it.
I think, on that note, the best retcons are the ones where you can tell the writer has gone back or is aware of some kind of question that they kind of left hanging. Mm-hmm. Or a little tiny, I'm not going to say plot hole, but like a plot gap or something that wasn't quite fully explored or explained. And the retcon will go back and fill that in for you.
Filling holes.
Yep.
Yeah, retcons should also, if you have the opportunity, fill holes with them. Mm-hmm. They're very useful for doing that.
One Piece is amazing at doing that.
Yes, One Piece is amazing at doing that, and Wheel of Time is also pretty good at doing that. So, go read both of those if you want to see good retcons, or go watch Stranger Things 5. Yep. For good retcons. So, with that, I hope you guys enjoyed this 15th episode of Stranger Things of Flop Pill Podcast. This has actually been a fun one. I actually enjoyed this one.
I did too.
A lot. So I hope you guys enjoyed it, and please like, comment, and subscribe if you guys enjoyed. What did you think of Zootopia 2 and Stranger Things 5? Please let us know down in the comments below, and we will see you all next time. Bye.
Later.